Welcome to the Curly Hair Q&A show. I am your host, Ken Nichols, and I'm here with Melanie Nichols. She is the founder of the Raw Hair Organic Salon in beautiful Naples, Florida. It's one of the top curly hair salons in the country, and Melanie is one of the top curl and hair color experts anywhere in the world. She is also the founder of the Raw Curls brand of natural and organic curly hair products that can be found at rawhairorganics.com. So welcome tonight. If you're new, this is episode 217 if you've been following along as well. So thanks for joining us tonight. We've got the whole family here, me and Melanie, and Murphy's here as well, causing trouble per usual. Maybe she'll relax.
I'm
We'll see.
massaging her little paws to get her to relax.
We'll,
Her eyes are closing.
There we go. Yeah, she'll relax once we get started. So episode 217, as I said, thanks for joining us again. We're set. Had a pretty busy weekend around here. Melanie is set up with her can of White Claw in front of her and ready for your questions. Is that White Claw? Yep.
It's about. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna get rowdy tonight. I'm all fired up.
We could.
I'm having caffeine that I'm not supposed to have.
Right. Oh boy, look out.
Yeah.
Look
Gonna
out.
get crazy.
Yeah. So, well, if you've never been around here before and you don't know who you are or who we are, that's why I did the intro. But
You don't know who you are.
we are right. We live stream this show for the last 4 years every Monday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time in a number of different places that you can find us, such as on Facebook in the Curly Girl Support Group, in the Curly Hair Q&A group, the Diva Curl User Support Group, the Raw Curls User Support Group, the Curly Silvers Support Group, the Shea Moisture User Support Group sometimes. And tonight we are in a new group, a new curly hair group. Well, it's not just a curly hair group. It is a salon professional group. Helen, what's it called?
Oh my gosh.
I keep forgetting. I started that group.
Jess, he needs your notebook and highlighters.
It is. I need the notebook and highlighter. It's the hairstylist. It's the hairstylist and salon. What's it called? The hairstylist and salon job finder.
Oh,
group,
good. Maybe
right.
I can find a job.
Maybe. Yeah, me too. Maybe all of us here tonight. But we are live in there tonight. That is a group for professional stylists who are either looking for a job or salon owners that are looking for stylists. I started that group. I believe I started that
Definitely
group.
not part of that one.
No. I started that group when Diva Curl had their big layoff. And there were all those people out of the job. And right about the same time was when, what was the big salon chain that had the mass layoff, like they were going to collapse? Regis, right?
Regis,
yeah. Regis salon chain. They're a 4,000 or 5,000 salon chain throughout the country, all different brands that you've heard of. And they had a mass layoff. Like the majority of people got laid off. And
they just like closed the doors. Remember?
Like a day or two before Christmas, remember?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, like people showed up for work and there was a sign on the door, sorry, we're closed forever. So I started that group to connect salons with stylists looking for jobs. And I've just kind of kept that group out there kind of running, and it runs on its own. And I don't really pay any attention to it really very often, just because it was just for that reason. It wasn't for anything else. And I noticed we started kind of talking about it today, and we said, there's a lot of people in that group. I had no idea there was a lot. So
Looking
I thought,
for jobs?
Yes. So I thought since we are actively looking for host salons for the Raw Curls Academy, which we'll talk about in about 2 minutes, I thought, what a great place to look for salons that have room to host one of our 2-day curly hair workshops and could use the extra income maybe, right? And I thought maybe we'll broadcast in there so these people actually know who I am or who we are, and in general. So
good idea.
Yeah, so I thought that was a good idea. So they are with us tonight. Welcome, and just to get you up to speed, you can feel free to in the chat section post your questions in the live stream, and we'll get to as many as we can. We also live stream every Monday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. The Curly Hair Q&A show is where you can find us, and there are several hundred episodes that are archived there, as well as interviews and all kinds of other neat stuff. Our question of the days are all there. You can check them out there. It's your best user experience because it's YouTube. We are also live streaming on Instagram. Hey, Instagram, thanks for joining us tonight. I always tell you guys, you know, you can ask questions in the live stream there. It's a matter of, can Melanie see it? Because, you know, get this, the way Instagram allows us to live stream, we can't bring the phone any closer to us.
And my eyes are getting old.
Yeah, that makes three of us here.
I just squint really hard.
That makes three of us at this table. So, so you can ask, and maybe Melanie will get up and answer them. Maybe she won't.
I try to glance over there and look, and you know, if there's something. Sometimes it's a conversation going on, but if I see a question, I try to catch it.
Yeah, we do. We are also a 2019 and 2021 award-winning podcast. We are the #2 ranked hair industry podcast that you must listen to and subscribe to. You can listen to this episode and all the previous archived shows and interviews on the Curly Hair Q&A Show podcast every Monday night at about 10 p.m. Eastern time. This show will go live, and you'll be able to hear it and listen to it and consume us anywhere you'd like, as little or as much of us as you would like. You can catch anywhere that you listen to podcasts, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, Podcast Addict, Podbean, and SoundCloud. So, Melanie, how are you today? How was your week at the salon? Anything interesting going on there? What can you tell us? Get us up to date.
This is funny. I feel like Murphy has the same. You know how my forearms always hurt?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what I'm rubbing on her. Her little forearms, and her eyes are closing. She's relaxing. Yeah. I love that. That's a fun fact. You know, I always,
likes her
my
forearms
arms ached, right, you know, from my wrist up, you know, to my elbow. It's like, oh man, that's what always aches on me. So that's something I go like this in the middle of the night.
And she doesn't like a gentle massage on it. She likes them pressed and really dug in there like that.
Now we have that rolling pin.
Yeah, right, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that thing since you got it. Where is it?
It's in the one of the bedrooms.
It looks dangerous.
So the salon was pretty status quo. Nothing super exciting last week, actually. You know, just working a million hours, getting everybody in. You know, people are starting to leave and go home up north. So just a lot of, you know, regular appointments, touch-ups, you know, nothing like super extreme or drastic changes this time. So, yeah. Kind of, you know, just rolling right along, getting ready for my class.
Getting ready for your class, yeah. Speaking of which, we are sponsored tonight by the Raw Curls Academy. The Raw Curls Academy, curly hair trainings, curly specific training for licensed professional hairstylists, run by the Raw Curls Academy founder, Melanie Nichols, sitting right next to me. This year, 2021, traveling the country. We've been running those shows or those classes, those workshops for years at our beautiful Naples, Florida salon. And due to the virus, we've decided to take that show on the road, and we are booking classes. Matter of fact, today I talked to somebody in New Jersey about a class. I talked to 2 people in North Dakota, one in Memphis, and one in Kansas City, I believe, in Kansas City. So, we're
okay.
Are
we booked for the summer?
Maybe we might be adding more.
I don't have
because
more. No, those were the dates that I blocked off.
We might be.
You can't.
We might be adding them in those dates.
Oh, okay.
We might be putting those in those dates. But anyway, we've got a class coming up this Sunday and Monday this week, as a matter of fact, at the Raw Hair Organic Salon in beautiful Naples, Florida. And we'll be training up more curl specialists, curly hair stylists this week, which is great. So the more we can get, the better, because every day we find out there's not enough. We've also got a class coming up. We've got spaces available July 31st and August 1st at the Uptown Curl Salon in beautiful Stillwater, Minnesota. And if you're interested in signing up for that class, it looks like we have enough models already.
Mm.
So no, I think we're filled with free haircuts as far as this
We
is.
have models, but no
I said free
students.
cuts. Not enough students yet. So we still have
That's
openings for
funny.
students. Yeah, we still have openings for students. If you'd like to sign up for that class, you can sign up at rawcurls.com/academy.
Hopefully, we'll draw from, we people from Wisconsin or Illinois, could drive there. It's very,
Well,
don't
yeah.
you think?
Yeah, in that part, yeah, from like
Because I had
say,
a couple people now like, oh,
yeah,
they thought I was coming to Milwaukee or I mentioned
yeah.
we were possibly coming near Chicago. So, but that's still doable. They could drive there.
Well, that's really interesting, and that's what seems to be happening now. Is I started, I got some interest. I've had interest for the last couple of months, but I haven't gotten a salon commitment.
Mm.
So my guess is we're going to Memphis. We just don't have a salon commitment because we've got stylists interested. We just don't have anywhere to hold it.
Mm.
But that's so I started seeing. All of a sudden I started getting the inquiries from Kansas City. It's not like they're super close, but they're on that route. And then today, I saw some discussion about this Uptown Curl Salon, Stillwater, basically, let's call it Minneapolis area. Minneapolis area, and then I got some interest from North Dakota. And it makes sense because they're like, well, if you're all the way up here in Minnesota, drive a couple hours west into North Dakota. I'm like, well, yeah, it does make
I
sense.
have 1 week off.
It does make sense. Hey, for those of you who are clients of Melanie at the salon, you might want to make note of every week when we talk about this because
No.
there might you never know, there might be limited spaces available at that
I'm
salon.
already booked through the middle of June. So I can think of one thing. Actually, I forgot about this. It's kind of funny. I thought I'd bring it up. That happened at the salon. So we got a phone call. Somebody, the last week or two, I've had lots of calls for people that want to get in that day or that week, which just doesn't happen with me. We're like, yeah, we'll put you on the list. But anyway, it was one call that was kind of interesting because this woman asked if I was hip. And Jessica was kind of like, what do you mean?
what does that mean?
Yeah. So I'm, and I'm kind of looking at her like, okay, if I don't really, what does that mean? If I don't know what that means, I'm definitely not hip. It's like, so it was for like a teenage boy's haircut. And, I'm thinking, no, that's probably, Jessica handled it very well, of course. And she told them, well, I can do a nice professional, haircut. But if you're looking for like lines, drawn or cut into the hair,
You're better off at a barber.
Go to a barber, yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
their deal.
I don't know. I don't really. I'm not thinking I'm that hip.
So yeah.
But they booked the appointment. So,
really?
Yeah.
So Jessica said, "Here, let me put you on the list." And when she hung up,
pretty
like
much.
that, pretty much.
Pretty much.
If you knew what happened, if you knew the things that went on there. Stop. We'll put you on our executive lady.
There's the
the
good list
good guy list
and
there's
the naughty
good guy
list.
and the
No.
naughty list.
No, not really.
Anyway, so is he coming in?
I don't know.
Or
I
is he
mean,
in the
well, he's
file?
not
Is he
booked
in the
till
file?
June, so I doubt
yeah,
it.
that's
I mean,
right.
they're gonna wait that long for a teenager's haircut.
They might.
and I don't know.
You,
So I gotta wear
never
my
know.
little high tops and a little hat and look kind of hip that day.
and
I
say
guess.
yo yo
Yeah.
yo
Yeah,
yo yo.
something like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Sup, brah. Right.
Mm.
I think that's it.
oh, I don't know. See, totally. No, not hip.
Oh my God, I'm not.
I'm
that,
thinking it's bad.
Yeah, I'm not that.
I think they should go to the Blackbeard barber.
One of them. There's plenty of them in town now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That are skilled. That's
I
for
mean,
sure.
I'm not even sure. Well, I guess he must have curly hair because I'm not even sure like who picks me out for a teenage boy's haircut.
I don't
just
know.
out of the blue. Yeah.
I don't know. There's that one guy, that's working out of Cape Coral and Fort Myers, who's, he's a champion out of Brooklyn.
He should go to him then.
That's where I'm surprised that everybody's not going to him. He's the
Who are you
guy that
talking
was
about?
the guy who's doing DJ Khaled and whatever.
The one that was going to sell his place?
Yeah, that guy. No, not that guy. Different guy.
Hmm.
Yeah, guy that won that one barber competition in
Oh, the
Fort Myers
competition.
and was
Yeah,
using our
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, right. Was he
Yep.
the one that wore the little bow ties?
Yep. That
Yeah.
guy.
Oh, I
Yeah.
have one. I haven't worn that in a long time. I have to wear that.
Yeah.
Mm,
But anyway, yeah.
okay.
Barbers are really. That's yeah. You're right. That's the place to go.
Yeah. They're
So
definitely more hip.
yeah. So that's
Mm.
it. All right. You got any fun facts for us, or do you want to get into some questions, or what would you like to do
Oh,
first?
well, I have one fun fact. It was the one that I forgot last week and I was trying to remember. So now because I am all caffeinated, I remember. See, this is helping. I got to get more of this water. It's for hydrate and focus.
Uh huh.
Yeah, that's what it says.
It looks like a White Claw to me,
A white?
and
Oh,
she is a chick, so
oh, is that alcohol?
yeah.
Oh.
That's the hip new thing.
Mm.
See, you gotta know this.
See?
hip
Okay,
stuff.
yes, definitely White Claw.
Right.
Okay. No, well, we were just talking about sneezing one day in the salon. I guess one of my clients sneezed and it made me think of this because it's like, why? I mean, so who do you think has a louder sneeze, me or Ken?
I don't know.
Well, you probably could easily guess that from our personalities, but yeah. Ken like sneeze is obnoxiously like it's like forced like
I
you
do.
scream and like
I
I
do.
don't know. It's just like
Because if I try to hold it back, it actually hurts. It because it like stings my sinuses.
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 It's
Sinus.
crazy. It's so loud. And I
I
like
know somebody. I know somebody related to us that's louder than me.
I don't know anybody.
Yes, you do.
No.
She's very close to you.
Uh-uh.
She is too.
Sneezing?
Your mother. Oh my God.
You have a way louder sneeze.
She's like her mom's like a cartoon for God's sakes when she sneezes.
No.
Like
Well, mine is silent, of course. So, I mean, I just started that, not even
it's
from.
gross though, because you hold it in and all that.
Why is that gross?
It's gross.
It's not gross. You're gross. You spit all over the
I don't
place.
spit all.
You
So I
spew
do
across
not.
the entire
do
room.
not.
Do
not.
too.
Do not.
If we had a
La, la,
camera,
la,
you'd
la,
see
la.
it.
Do not.
But I already started holding it in, not because of COVID, but just because of being a hairdresser. Like you hold it in. So I don't know. I've always done that. So I have silent sneezes.
It's gross. Anyway.
Why
That's a
is
fun
that
fact.
No, that is
It's
not.
fun
Yeah,
fact.
yeah, that is fun.
It's a fun fact.
Now it's gonna make me sneeze. No, my mom sneezes when she. Here's another fun fact. She sneezes when she gets goosebumps. How weird is that?
Weird.
Weird. Yeah, like every time she gets goosebumps, she's like, "Oh no, I've got goosebumps. I'm gonna sneeze," and it makes her
Yeah.
sneeze.
It's weird.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, I do have another fun fact. Just while I'm thinking of it off the top of my head, for those of you guys who are RH Organic Skincare body butter fans, there's 31 jars in stock on the website. That's it.
Mm.
And that's
And I've
been
already
out-
sold
that's
a
been out-
couple.
Yeah, it's been out about 8 months.
Mm.
Hard to get the ingredients.
Mm.
So anyway,
And it's awesome.
awesome.
I think I sold a bunch already. Yeah. And I need another one.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hoard it.
Yep. So anyway,
If you're not going to buy it, I will.
right, I literally just got off the phone with somebody who's like, 1, 2.
It's the best. I mean, it really is. We never talk about that, but the body
should
butter
eventually.
is amazing. It is, my hands are in water. I wash them 5 million times a day. I mean, I'm constantly washing my hands, and I use hand sanitizer sometimes, but mostly I wash my hands. And they're never dry because number one, the products, the raw hair organics and the raw curls, all those products have so many healing oils in them. And you've seen me do that before. I don't ever like wash those off my hands. Like when I use the pomade or the shine serum or whatever, I just rub it into my hands. So, they're not dry at all. But then at night, I use night and in the morning, I use the body butter. But it is the most moisturizing lotion that I've ever used in my entire life. I mean, I've tried everything. For
Makes
those,
my hands buttery smooth.
yeah,
It
like a
does.
baby's butt.
Like a baby's butt.
Because it's just super moisturizing again, but not heavy and greasy. Most of those body butters I hate. It's like putting Vaseline or
heavy
coconut
and-
oil on
yeah,
your hands, and
yeah.
oh my God, they're like a grease ball. You like
Yeah.
touch anything and you leave marks everywhere. So this is the best stuff for those really dry, like if your hands are dry, your elbows, your heels, the feet. It's like the only thing I swear that helps, keep my feet from being dry and whatever,
Mhm.
like flaky
Yeah.
or whatever they get.
The lots of
Scaly.
people in my personal circle buy that, believe it or not. And you know what? A lot of the comment is, besides that, the smell.
I love it.
Like it's pomegranate or something, or I don't know what it is.
Mango.
Mango?
Yeah, I love it.
Something like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people comment on that.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Okay, let's get into a question.
Let's
Melanie,
do it.
I currently color my hair every 6 weeks or so at home with Madison Reed products.
Mm.
I am not ready to go gray yet. I'm wanting to bleach my hair lighter
Mm.
so that the gray will not be as obvious. I have
Yeah.
ordered some Olaplex Zero and Olaplex number 3 to use. I have never used this before. Should I use this before my hair appointment to color and cut my hair and then deep condition afterwards, or use the Olaplex after the hair appointment?
So I finally, I looked at that Olaplex Zero because they've added so many things.
A bunch, yeah.
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 It's, I'm not a huge Olaplex user, but I wanted to be familiar. I thought, what is that? Well, interesting. It's actually, that is like a treatment. So similar to the professional treatment, we would need an Olaplex representative to, fully explain the difference. I'm kind of curious myself.
I can get one.
Yeah.
I can
But,
get one on the show.
so it is it's a reconstructor. So it is an actual treatment and to be used similarly like we do in the salon to repair the hair, to restore the hair. Rebond is really what it does. It rebonds the hair. So, and then the number 3 is still the follow-up, to that as the take-home conditioner, which continues the process. So with that in mind, I would definitely do it before and after. If you're thinking about bleaching your hair,
Yeah.
it's going to need strength before and it's going to need to be re-strengthened after. So I would do both.
Yeah.
I hope you're bleaching it professionally because
I've yeah.
I wouldn't even bleach my own hair. And I am like, a top colorist.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of a lie. I mean, I've painted on some, little highlights around the front of my face, but I would never try. I don't know if she's talking about bleaching her whole
I
head,
remember
but
that time you had your entire head completely bleached professionally. What a disaster.
yeah, that was at a high-end salon down here.
Yeah.
Remember, I was there for hours.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not good.
Mm.
Let's see. Hi, Melanie. I'm new here. I've straightened the hell out of my hair daily for almost basically 18 years, minus this corona shutdown. It's been about 10 times the entire year. Anyway, I also dye it on a regular. Anyways, I also color it on a regular basis whenever and whatever color I feel like at the time. So bleach does hit my hair every so often. Anyway, I was never taught how to take care of my curls or hair properly, and now I'm trying to learn how to embrace my natural locks. I see people talk about Olaplex a lot and how it helps establish moisture in dry hair. Mine is insanely dry.
Mm.
How do I go about obtaining it, and what exactly do I need to get?
Mm-hmm. So interesting. Similar questions. So I would recommend the same
Yeah.
thing. Now that they have that Olaplex Zero, and I understand what it is. If she's doing it herself, which it sounds like, I don't know.
Sounds like.
Yeah. So the 0 and the 3. So that the 0 is going to be the rebonding, the treatment, and then the 3 is going to be the follow-up, conditioner, to continue that process of constructing, rebonding, re-strengthening, and conditioning the hair. So I would recommend those two if you're going the Olaplex route.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's many products out there that, do similar things and, that are really great conditioning treatments. I've, worked with some that I like even better. So there are lots of options.
Yeah. Lots of options. Okay. All right. Good luck to you. Hello, Melanie. I have 2C, 3A fine, thin hair. I don't really leave product in my hair other than conditioner because when I add more products, they weigh my hair down and create frizz. Usually, only leaving in conditioner works for me, except for when I am down at the shore. My hair gets unbelievably frizzy and untamable. What can I do or use? And P.S. I do not follow the curly girl method of products, etc.
Ooh.
And you wonder why you got frizz.
Okay, yes, but I have to say, I mean, that's a huge challenge. I've thought about it many times. I've talked about when you're like down at the beach and the salty air is blowing, it's always windy, it's humid. That is a tough one. I mean, I don't have the perfect answer for that. I haven't come out with the perfect product for that. However, the best thing that I can think of is in our line, the Raw Curls Anti-Frizz, because that has a reactive anti-frizz molecule. So, if your hair's whipping around and getting all frizzy, hopefully you can have like a little travel size one, handy, because you can just re-moisten it and tame that back down as soon as, you're done or whatever. You're sitting around or leaving or walking, whatever you want to do. But if you don't, you can also, take your hands like I did before the show and just run them over the hair. And, it breaks all the traditional rules, but that's what's so great about it because you can actually touch the hair because it reactivates that antifrizz molecule. So fluff it up, run your hands over it, and it should calm it down a bit. And if you want to prep for your outing, I would use more of a gel that's going to control the curls and try to have some more hold so they're not totally just like, flying all. That's like taking a super duper charged blow dryer and just blasting your hair. So, of course, it's going to end up, looking kind of frizzy. So, do what you can.
Yeah, do it.
Best is probably to put it in like a loose ponytail or a braid, kind of hold it together. But anyway, otherwise, those are the other options.
Yeah. All righty. Melanie, are you hiring at the Raw Hair Organic Salon in beautiful Naples, Florida?
No.
Okay. Is that a emphatic no, or is that a pretty much no, or is that a I haven't thought about it? No.
Let me think about it. No.
Right.
Yeah. So, I always have an open mind if that perfect person with, the perfect personality and the perfect clientele comes
In other
along.
words, if MIT figures out cloning,
Right. That's what
and Melanie can pee
Janet's
into a
coming in
cup,
tomorrow. Janet's
and
coming
tomorrow,
in.
right?
One of my clients, she believes everyone's a clone. So I told her I need a
Where's
clone
my
of myself.
clone?
Yes,
Right.
where is my clone? Like I need to find them. Yeah, so I mean, I would be open to interviewing people and talk. I'm always open to having a discussion.
You don't sound very convincing.
I don't.
No, because you did that upspeak thing where your voice went up as you were saying it.
Was my nose twitching?
No, but
Like,
that like what's her name? That's the other. That's the news. The latest show we've been watching, and it's I don't. It's okay. I for God's sakes, I'm just getting nothing changes.
mm.
Nothing changes.
There's stuff that
We're
changed.
watching this show.
There's stuff that changed.
Chick's nose twitches.
Yeah, when she lies.
She's a liar.
Yeah.
Liar, cheating liar.
Well, anyway, yes. No, I will always be open to talking to people and but I'm not seeking to hire anybody, let's just say.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She likes to be by herself with her little inner circle, and they do their thing.
We're
That's
having fun. And then there's no drama. There's no drama, no stress.
Because there's no one there to cause any.
It's just me. I'm hard enough to manage.
Right. You have your two
I'm out of
assistants, and
control.
they stay out of your hair,
I
and
have
that's
two
it, right?
assistants trying to manage me, and it's still out of control.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
So anyway.
So there's your answer, if that helps.
But Larry, I don't know what happened to. Well, I do know what happened to Larry. I was interested in hiring him, and then he decided to kind of do his own thing. So I don't know. We've got to have another conversation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The right person I would hire.
Yeah.
In the right situation.
In the right situation.
Good luck.
Good luck. Mm-hmm. Right. I've been on the verge of being fired for 12 years. Every day. Melanie, I am so sad. Beyond sad.
Uh-oh.
Devastated, maybe.
Oh.
I'm going bald.
Oh.
I had all kinds of testing. I've seen all the doctors. And although all the women in my family have tons and tons of hair until they die, I'm not so lucky. I've had bad luck throughout my life, but this is hitting below the belt. Do you have any ideas on how to move on from this? I know it's only hair, but it's all I've got. Weaves, extensions, wigs. I'm not sure how any of this works. Can you help?
Well, yeah, I have a whole hair loss and thinning hair clinic, so there's lots of things that you can try to
There's a
do.
fun fact. You guys know that? We have a hair loss and hair thinning clinic at our
Oh,
salon
that
in
was the
Naples.
phone call I needed to make today. Anyway,
Oh, that's going to be an interesting phone call.
yeah,
That's another story.
yeah.
Moving on.
So, um, there are things that you can take internally. There's products that you can use externally to help stimulate hair growth. It all depends on what the situation is. Is it from stress? Is it hormonal? Is it a medical condition? There's lots of things that can cause hair loss. Many times, it is coming from within. Sometimes it's temporary and sometimes it's long term. It could be genetics. Lots of women have similar to the male pattern baldness. Um, but there are things to help. So there's products, there's treatments, there's all kind. We have a trichoscope that we analyze. We look at the hair follicle and see what's going on. It magnifies it so you can, really get a close look. And then, anyway, yeah. And then there's the wigs. So if hair loss, there's integrated pieces, which is similar to what someone at my salon wears, Carol. She doesn't mind me sharing that. We tell people all the time because they're surprised. And that is a piece that just like sits on the top of your head because that's where most people are thinning. And then it blends with the rest of the hair throughout. Wigs and hair pieces have really come a long, long way. So they look very real. They look pretty. They're comfortable. They're not as hot. So there's lots of options that way. So it depends on how bad the hair loss is and where it is. I definitely would not be afraid to recommend going that route if you need a partial piece or a full wig. I have another client who wears one, and I mean, I've shared pictures of her. It's not curly hair, but it's red hair, and it looks amazing. Like every time she comes in, Jessica's like, "Oh my God, her hair looks so pretty." And then she takes out that hair piece, and I mean, you would just be blown away because it looks so real. It looks like her hair. Nobody would ever know in a million years. So there's lots of neat, things that you can do to help get you through that, or, permanently deal with it.
Hmm.
Even,
What about plugs?
I'm not a huge fan.
Our president has plugs. He's got all hair plugs.
I'm still not a
That's a
fan.
fun fact.
Mm, really?
Yeah.
Mm.
I've never looked close enough to see how they actually look.
I haven't either. They've improved as well, but I'm still not a huge fan.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's so much money, and I don't know that there is. I mean, some people
That linear scar thing, if you've ever seen guys with it,
mm,
holy God. It looks
they've
like they peeled their head off.
they've improved that though. Yeah,
Oh, they have?
yeah. So it's gotten better, and that's why I say, it definitely has changed and improved. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold that it's worth the money for the results. I hate
Yeah.
to say that, but
Yeah.
yeah, not been super, super impressed. And it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they've come out with better curly. I wouldn't go the extensions. You need to have hair to attach extensions to. So and that's going to put a little more tension on the hair, regardless of the type. They are so much better and easy to use. But I wouldn't recommend that. And most cases, if you are looking like if you are having a lot of hair loss, or it sounds like she's already lost a lot of hair. So, that is not going to blend right. You're
Hmm.
better off with a topper or a full on wig.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Price ranges on those?
I mean, cheap, low end, I would say, I wouldn't really get anything less than 200. That's what you can kind of guesstimate. And then they go all the way up to 7, 8,000, depending on that kind of hair you want.
Wow.
Yeah. I had a client that went to Suzanne and she had her wigs were $8,000.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So there's a huge range there, you know.
Yeah. All right. Melanie, I'm guessing that my curl ranges from 2B to 2C. I usually use a combination of milkshake, leave-in mousse, and Kenra curl defining cream. You familiar with either one of those?
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, I know the brands.
Yeah.
I haven't used the products.
Yeah. Okay. I have recently gotten the Raw Curls trial kit, and I think she means starter kit, and I'm loving it, but haven't found my right combination to fight the frizz, especially on top. I try to keep my hands out of it as much as possible, but can't stand it on my face. Then my curls end up limp, frizzy, and stringy on top. My question is, do you think forming the curls on top and pinning them to dry would help keep it from looking limp and stringy? Suggestions on the Raw Curls products to fight the frizz, please.
Yes, and this is a great lead into our picture that we have. So, the key is using the products properly. Definitely, they're great for all hair types, and but you need to apply them to really soaking wet hair. It needs that hydration, it needs that water, and then to seal it in. First of all, you're going to use
Spray.
the anti frizz spray. Well, she said she's 2B, 2C.
Yeah.
So, depending on how dry her hair is, she might be a mix and matcher, but, Jessica has that fine hair and she loves the wavy swavy products. So those are going to be lighter. They're not as moisturizing, but they're lighter. They're not going to weigh the hair down. But key products for sure are going to be the anti-frizz spray. Make sure, okay, now this is something that we need to be educating people on. I don't know if you guys are, but two things. You need to make sure that you shake the bottle up before you use it because it needs to mix up all those yummy, wonderful ingredients that are in there.
We literally just redid the 8 ounce antifrizz spray labels and made the words shake well in big, bold, like 6 times the type size right at the beginning of the directions.
Good. And did you redo those other labels that were incorrect?
Not yet.
Okay. So you want to apply the products to soaking wet hair. And, so right in the shower or right out of the shower, don't squeeze any of that water out. Don't touch it. So go ahead, shake up the anti-frizz spray and then apply it generously. Don't put 2 squirts on. That's not enough. I had a client that came in and that was her problem. She was saying it just didn't work for her. And when we started to question, found out that she was hardly putting any on. You're going to put a good amount on. I've now counted because people ask. I put probably 20 squirts in my hand for each. Well, now my hair's so long. So 20 squirts through part of that, my one side, and then I got to go underneath. So another 20 squirts. So, each side 20, 4 to 40 squirts, and then the top and the back. So, I mean, I'm using a lot of product
But you've got a ton of hair.
because yeah. So you want to be able to, apply that hair or that product to all of your hair, front, top, back, underneath, center. Lift pieces up, spray it under there, or put it in your hand, lift pieces up, and work it through. Because that is going to be your key to success. I always say that's setting up the curls for success. It's your first product. That anti-frizz molecule is reactivated. So, if she's having a problem later on with her hair frizzing, again, you can run your hands through the hair and actually smooth it down. You should be able to touch it with the Raw Curls products. That's not a problem. That's what people love. You can touch your hair. Husbands love it, boyfriends love it, people love it because that was always the rule before. Oh my God, don't touch the hair, it's going to frizz. Well, now it actually can calm it down. But yes, I would recommend that she, pin the hair. Another thing that I find, okay, people are not applying enough gel. You want to use, if she's having problems, I would recommend the Firm Hold Gel. Make sure that you're applying it from root to end. When you're applying it to the top of the head, you need to lift that hair up. Don't be pulling it down. I have so many people that come in and their hair is flat on top. So it's usually from, the wrong cut and then the incorrect product application. But it's as easy as that. Apply it from root to end. Make sure you're using enough of it so that it feels slippery. You'll feel it start to feel slippery. That means, it's coated, but lift that hair up if you want lift on the top. And then, yes, pin it.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully that helps. That should. That should make a difference. All right. Melanie, my 2.5 year.
but wait. So let's
What?
show the picture of Jess.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah. All right. Helen,
and then the one in, okay. So we talked about this last week. This is Jess. Yes.
it looks like she's got a bra cup on her face. Fancy, doesn't it?
Definitely not. Uh, so anyway, no. When Jessica came to me as a client, her hair was so straight in the front because it was, I wish I had a picture of that. Oh, I have to get that from her. Um, it would be so good to show those side by side. Maybe we can do that the next time. But that piece in the front was always like her security blanket. And now, and it was stick straight. And we're like, oh my God, now it's like the curliest piece. It's a really awesome spiral curl. And it's so fun because I still have her hair highlighted extremely blonde, but it's so healthy, with the way that I'm coloring her hair and her, commitment to using the Raw Curls products that her hair has gotten so curly. I mean, she gets compliments on it every day. So, and she's got that fine hair, that fine curl. So she's using the Wavy Swavy products, the anti-frizz, and she likes the medium gel. But I mean, her hair looks amazing every day. And she's a daily washer. But yeah, we just couldn't get over it. We're like, oh my God,
That's
look
the
at,
interesting part that she's a daily
she's a
washer.
daily washer. Yeah, she lets it air dry. But look at that front curl. It's just like a perfect spiral. So anyway, I don't know. It's been a couple years, I think, that she's been coming to me now. And now she works with me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
cool.
Cool. All right. Let's see. My 2.5 year old's curly hair is really thin. Is there anything that I can do to grow it thicker or to help it grow thicker? Also, should I just co wash it maybe? What's a good one for thin hair though?
Well, first of all, I would recommend cutting it and continuing to cut it for whatever reason. That does seem to help thicken the hair. When I was little, hardly had any hair. And look at me now.
You were a towhead.
I was a towhead. I had that really baby, fine, blonde, platinum hair, and not much of it till I was 5. So, my mom just kept cutting it. And why that works, I don't really know, but it does. It stimulates it. It's like cutting plants back and it makes them grow. So that's what I would recommend, keeping it trimmed. Don't just let it get long and stringy. Keep cutting it back, keeping it healthy. Nice products like the Raw Curls would help. The Wavy Swavy is going to be lighter for that really fine hair. Keep it simple, but keep it healthy.
Mm-hmm. Um,
Again, anti-frizz spray is great for that.
yeah. Antifrizz spray is good for that. All right. Let's see what else I got here. Melanie. Uh, Melanie, I need all of the tips and product recommendations for curly hair that I can get at the beach. She means for when she's at the beach. I will definitely be in the water daily with the kids, and I'll be washing my hair daily. What products do you recommend for saltwater exposure?
Mm. Well, that goes back to that question earlier. I personally would put my hair up in like a pineapple and try not to get it wet. But
You don't
so,
like swimming.
yeah, yeah, and I definitely don't
Like
like
water on your face
my face and my hair getting wet.
or
So
or your face.
maybe I would wear a shower cap now. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe wear a full plastic bubble and we'll toss you out there.
So, but there are products like the Malibu Sea products. You know, you got to be careful not to overuse those. Who was talking about co-washing? Was that the question before?
Yeah, it was the little. Oh no, it was the little kid, the 2.5 year old. Yeah, it was a question before, wondering if with the thin hair should they be co-washing?
No, I
Maybe.
wouldn't. Not for a kid. They're getting sweaty and I had that conversation with someone who called and they were just co-washing and only getting their hair washed every 8 weeks when they go and get their hair colored. That is,
Gross.
yeah, not what I recommend. And we had that conversation. She has been a Raw Curls supporter and user of our products. So thank you for a long time. However, I said you do need to wash your hair more often. I would recommend, weekly. Definitely not more than 2 weeks. That's a long time. But you need to be washing the hair. So the co-washing, I always say, is an addition to, not a replacement of washing the hair. So if you want to wash it once a week, yeah, I hate to say stretch it. If you stretch it to 2 weeks, that's really a long time. And then you're co-washing, wetting the hair down and conditioning in between. Okay. But going like 8 weeks or beyond 2 weeks is really too long, because like our face, I explained you need to wash your face and exfoliate, and your scalp is made of the same skin that your face is. So, and then you're getting the buildup of the dead skin cells and the oil from your scalp. So definitely need to be cleansing the hair, and a little kid for sure. Um, so then back to this question. There are products from Malibu Sea and other companies to clarify the hair after swimming, but those I feel like are more for chlorine than salt. So I would say, if you're in the salty air, using just good moisturizing products should be sufficient, like Raw Curls, cleanser and conditioner, to, wash out whatever is happening at the beach, the sand, the salt, and remoisturize and condition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And again, anti-frizz spray is going to be your best friend, your BFF.
Your BFF. All right. You want to do one or two more questions?
Okay.
Let's do one or two more.
Are we supposed to be wrapping up the product stuff from
Yeah.
our series?
Yeah, probably next week, and then
Next week I won't be here. I thought you were
oh
wrapping
yeah,
it up
yeah, yeah.
today.
There'll be no, not today, or the week after that.
You won't
Are
be
you sure
here.
you're not going to do the show next week?
I doubt it. I don't
Okay.
know. I always say that, but it's going to depend on what time we get done, because
Yeah, we'll
I,
see.
I have a class, and then it's hard to like race up here.
Yeah, because it's a haul. It's a haul. We'll see.
Yeah, I
We'll
thought
let
you were
guys know.
finishing that up. You said this week, part 4.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, next week or the week after.
Mm.
I need more time.
Okay.
My schedule's been really busy.
Mm.
Okay. Melanie, have you ever tried or used Redken Curvaceous products?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
So that must be a new line that's come out.
Nope. No.
Again, many companies and brands are jumping on the bandwagon. I'm
Mhm.
guessing that's, made for curly hair
Mhm.
by the name. But no, I have not. And when I run through the supply store like I do today, I'm kind of on a mission and focus on exactly what I need. And so I don't stop to study all the new products, but I'll try to take a note next time I go in.
Yeah. All right, let's do one more question and then we'll yeah, let's do one more question because I've got more questions we can do next week, but they're longer. All right. Okay, Melanie, Denman brush versus knockoffs. Is there a difference? What type is the best? How many rows should one use? I have thick, medium to long, mainly 3A curls. I also style upside down. So any tips on how to use it upside down would be incredibly appreciated. Bonus points if I can get it on Amazon, at Target, or Bed Bath and Beyond. For those of, why don't you tell us, Melanie, for those of us who don't know, what's a Denman brush? Why are we even talking about this, and why are there 6 or 7 questions about it? Tell us
Right,
why.
because that sounds scary. We have been conditioned to
Right,
not
that word brush.
comb and definitely not brush curly hair. I mean, holy moly. That sounds like a disaster. And I felt that way for a long time. But again, I keep an open mind. And a Denman brush, do you have one here?
No.
Hmm.
Yes, I do. Do you want me to get it?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. So they are, I mean, at least 100 years old. They've been around forever. I got one in my beauty school kit, kid you not, 25 years ago, and it sat. I mean, years ago we used them. That was kind of like just a brush we used to style short hair, or kind of blow hair out. Like a paddle brush would be used nowadays, or a vent brush. But now there are new techniques, and I share one of them on YouTube, using them for curly hair, and it is fantastic, and I love it. So now I share this with all my guests. It pretty much works for almost all hair types in different ways. No?
I thought I had one in my I thought I had one in my gym bag, but I don't.
Okay.
So I haven't been using it.
Hmm. Maybe Helen could find a picture of one.
Yeah.
So
Find a picture of a Denman brush, please.
yeah, they like I say, it's a brush that has a rubber teeth, bristles, and they've been around for a long, long time. But how we're using them, and as far as a true Denman brush or a imitation one, I go with the original Denman brush. I don't, again, I've not worked with an imitation one, but I don't know. I don't think it's worth trying to get
Yeah.
cheap on this.
Yeah, that's the one, Helen. You can show. You can bring that up on the screen.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Because I just feel like the quality's there. I mean, it's been around forever. Like I say, they have it perfected. So, uh, it'll last your lifetime. So it's worth the small investment that it is. And, I don't know how the other ones work as far as the quality. And, so anyway, what I love to do with the Denman brush on curly hair is take it, and I don't love styling hair upside down. I don't do that. I don't recommend it. I find a lot of times that's causing some problems with people when they come into the salon or on the show when they're asking questions why they're not getting proper product application or they're having some struggles is because they're putting their products in upside down because you can't see what you're doing. You miss the top or the crown of your head. You're getting the underneath, but you know, and so maybe a combination of the two, if you want to try upside down, but then flip back up and finish that way, or start up and flip upside down. But I use the Denman brush because it does three things. I take it after I apply all my products. So the anti-frizz spray, the styling product of choice, like your mousse or cream or gel. And then I section by section take the hair with the brush, and I take the brush and I put it in at the root, and then I lift it up and pull it through the hair. There it is. There it is. I use the traditional 7 row and I do not remove rows because I want it to grab the hair. So I don't see it. I just don't see the benefit of removing rows for me. So I use the 7 row typically, and that's the exact one.
How much are they a piece typically?
Oh, the price has gone way up, but I'm still selling them in the salon for like between 22 and $25. So you should be able to find one online for that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so and I have videos of this. So taking each section after you apply your products, putting it in at the root and lifting and pulling it through, then just grabbing that hair and giving it that little shake. And, I started explaining to people because this is a question I get a lot. Why do you shake the hair? Why are you shaking? Whether you use the brush or your fingers to, just run the product through and then we shake it so that rake and shake because we're smoothing the hair, whether you're using your fingers or the brush, you're smoothing that hair, you're pulling it out. So it seems like it's going to make it straight. But that's why you give it a little shake so that it gives that bend and that curl formation back in the hair because curls have a memory. So they go back into that curl pattern. And so what this does, this technique, it takes product and it um, distributes it evenly from root to end, and it gives that hair amazing lift and amazing curl clumps. So it gives, fatter curls, I feel like, and it makes sure that you get that product from root to end. So I go through section by section from bottom to top, ending up on the top. And again, when you get to that top, you want to make sure that you're putting it in at the root and you're lifting that hair up and running that brush up and out. Grab it on the end, give it a little shake. And you'll see, I mean, it gives amazing lift and wonderful groupings and curl.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's how I use it.
That's how I use it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's wrap it up. Thanks again for joining us tonight. Thank you, Melanie, for giving us your time to answer all our curly hair questions. We'll let you know during the week if we're going to be if we're going to do a show on Monday night. Actually, we'll probably know for sure by the end of the day on Monday if Melanie's going to make the trip up here or not. We'll see what happens. But yeah, sometimes those days are busy. Sometimes, Melanie will get on time to be able to get up here by 7:30. Sometimes not. So we'll see. But we'll keep you guys posted. So
I'll need another whatever this is.
That's a White Claw.
Original Ardor sparkling water.
Yeah. Yummy. Did you get some of that other stuff?
No.
Today?
No, no. That's why I got this because I ran to Whole Foods, and this is what they had. That is pretty cool. Want to try it? No, not now because then you won't sleep.
Then I won't sleep. That's not good.
So anyway.
Okay. All right. Thanks again for joining us, and we check out the podcast if you want to listen to the show again tomorrow or anytime during the week, like when you're at work and need to kill some time. And we'll see you again next week for another episode.
We'll all kinds of exciting. Hopefully, I will make it because then I can share, how the class went and
pictures
have some
of
more.
Models and stuff.
We'll have some more curly hair trained stylist.
Yeah. Woo. Anyway, wonderful. All right. Have a great curly week.